38 years of saying not yet. John chapter 5 begins by saying, sometime later, Jesus went up to Jerusalem for a feast of the Jews. Now there is in Jerusalem near the sheep gate a pool, which in Aramaic is called Bethesda, which is surrounded by 5 covered colonnades. Here a great number of disabled people used to lie, the blind, the lame, the paralyzed. One who was there had been an invalid for 38 years. It's just 38 years. You have to understand that this is a tremendous amount of time. There's no way around it. That's a long time. I don't care how long you live. 38 years is a long time. Methuselah lived 900 something years, but I don't care how long you live. 38 years is a long time. I think of some things I've dealt with for 2 or 3 years. That was a long time. Things I dealt with for 5 to 10 years. That was a long time. But this man was ill for 38 years. Picture, if you will, this man. Picture a man lying by a pool, struggling with sickness. He's been dealing with this issue for 38 years. And I'd imagine that the first few years of dealing with this infirmity were marked with hope. The first few years, he's got hope. Hope that someone would show up to help. Hope that he would get better. Hope that he would be healed. Hope that new practices could be developed to help his situation. Hope that his case could miraculously turn around. But as time goes on, day after day, as the days that used to bring him renewed hope, they've now served as an awful reminder that he has to face the fact that he hasn't received it yet. Awful reminder that I'd imagine that even the ability to open his eyes had become a bittersweet experience, because while he had the ability to see, what he saw every day was that he was still living without what he greatly desired. You ever been there? I mean, you thank God for the ability to see. You wake up every morning glad that God woke you up, but sad that you're stuck in the same situation. Glad that God woke you up this morning, but you're sad that you're stuck in the same job. Glad that he woke you up, but sad that your body still aches. Glad that he woke you up, but sad that you're still living paycheck to paycheck. God, I thank you for waking me up this morning, but it's bittersweet because I still have to see that I don't yet have what I've been asking you for. Have you been there? Really? Waking up is a blessing, but as soon as you open your eyes, you're able to see that you're still stuck in not yet. Am I the only one? What do you do when you're still waiting on your miracle? What do you do when the time that has gone past has tempted you to think that things will never change? I believe that there are at least 1 or 2 people in here this morning who have been dealing with a problem that's been around for a while. It's not a new problem. The kids didn't just start cutting up. They've been cutting up for a while. You and your spouse didn't just start arguing. You've been arguing for a while. Your body didn't just start hurting. It's been hurting for a while. And you hope that things can change, but you haven't seen your change take place yet. What do you do? What do you do? Would that preach this morning? What do you do? Let's take a closer look at this experience of this man so that we can see how we can successfully navigate our way through our period of not yet. The Bible says, sometime later, Jesus went up to Jerusalem for a feast of the Jews. Now there is in Jerusalem near the sheep gate a pool, which in Aramaic is called Bethesda, and which is surrounded by 5 covered colonnades. Here a great number of disabled people used to lie, the blind, the lame, the paralyzed. One who was there had been an invalid for 38 years. When Jesus saw him lying there and learned that he had been in this condition for a long time, he asked him, "Do you want to get well?" The first thing that we need to see in this passage is the fact that Jesus examined the man's desire. He examined the man's desire. Jesus saw that the man had been sick for a long time and asked the man, "Do you want to get well? Do you want to get well?" In other words, do you still want to be healed? Have you given up on the possibility that your life can change, or can you still believe that you can have what you desire? Saints, I believe that there were some people who looked at this man and saw a man with a hopeless end. But Jesus looked at the man and saw a man with an endless hope. I'm going to say that again. People looked at this man and saw a man with a hopeless end. But Jesus looked at the man and saw a man with an endless hope.